guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. I've barely been on YouTube recently and I thought it'd be nice to just catch up and tell you what's been going on in my life right now. Not like any of you are like that interested in what's going on, but it makes some good entertainment whilst we're in lockdown because we're now in our second lockdown. The fact that we've got so much time to ourselves and at home means that we can focus on potentially earning a bit more money for the long term, or kind of like adding to our long-term plan basically. I really want to put makeup on today. It's a Sunday, I know it should be like the rest day, should kind of relieve my skin, but I thought I would walk you through some of my favourite things that are in my makeup kit at the moment. I am a makeup artist and I earn my living through doing makeup appointments at my home, and I actually go mobile, do wedding appointments, photo shoots and all sorts. So I've been really busy with that at the moment because the lockdown restrictions have meant that we can actually work again. If you are like skilled in the makeup area, or if you just really enjoy doing makeup, or you slightly want to take it a bit more seriously, or you just want new products in your kit or whatever, I wanted to actually tell my story on how I became a makeup artist, because it definitely isn't the conventional story, but it's the most relatable story in the fact that I had no money when I first started, no experience, no qualifications, nothing. And I couldn't afford to go to beauty school because I was straight out of uni, but we will get into that. These clips, by the way, I've recently got them there from Amazon. And I got a pack of these, are really good if you just want to get the hair out of the way. So as I've done my skin prep, I'm going to go in with the Ordinary Silicone Primer. I'm probably not going to go through every single product. I'm just going to focus on the products that I like, and then I'll link every single product in the description box for you. But I'm just going to pop that on with my fingers. I was a dancer originally. I basically came out of uni and doing my dance college degree, whatever, and I basically was really anxious, like straight up, like socially anxious, just anxious about life in general. I'm gonna zoom you in so you can see. I felt this pressure when I came out of dance school and I like to actually kind of work in the industry, and I felt a little bit lost in a way. Like I didn't know if I wanted to do it full time. I wanted to do something absolutely drastic, so I went traveling, and by myself as well, and I just was like fuck it, you know, when you just want to like do something kind of crazy. And then I came back from traveling with this whole new sense of purpose that I've never ever had before. I know like everyone goes traveling, they find themselves and it's like, yeah, all right. But honestly, it was true. When I was talking to friends when I was back, they were always asking me to do their makeup. It was like the one thing I was really good at. It was just with the kit that I had. So basically just my makeup products from my own makeup bag mixed with their makeup products from their makeup bag. And I was like, well, it's something I love doing. Is there an actual way of me making it a living? In my head, I thought it was a really difficult sort of thing to go into. I don't know why. Maybe it's because dancing was quite tricky for me to actually get into in the first place. I kind of had this expectation that makeup was like I had to have a qualification for one. Like I had to have like a lot of money for the kit, and I thought it was going to be really expensive. I was getting some really good feedback. Even though like the makeup wasn't brilliant, like it was good, but it's not as good as I like do it now. One of my friends, a friend of a friend, asked me to do her wedding, and I was like, are you sure? Like, are you sure? So I was like a little bit overwhelmed. I was a bit like, is this something that I can do? Like, I don't really have the I don't have enough brushes, or I don't have, like, you make up excuses in your head. Like, I literally thought I didn't have anything. I was like, yeah, but look at my makeup kit. I was saying to like my partner, Rich, I was like, look at my makeup kit. Is it really enough to be a makeup artist? But then she offered me like 100 or a couple of hundred to do the wedding. And it kind of spurred me on then, because I was like, ooh, a bit of money. And it spurred me on to kind of take the job. I was really bad at it, like wasn't professional at all. As in like, I wasn't professional in the fact that I could have definitely done with some health and safety training. I could have definitely done with some time management practice. Made me realise, although there was stuff that I really did need to work on, and I definitely did need training in, I was a bit like, oh, maybe I should do it seriously, like as an actual profession. I had loads of makeup artist friends, and they were like telling me that they'd spent so much money on their training and kind of getting qualified for it. By the way, this Carnival XL Pro palette, absolutely obsessed. It's literally, if you're just starting out as well, this has literally got everything you need. So you've got like your neutrals here, and then you've got loads of colours, and you've even got highlighters there, and a black and a like more nudie colour, which is super vital in a makeup kit. I've used it so much on clients, it's unbelievable. Basically, they felt like when they left beauty school that they actually didn't have a like business set up, and they didn't know how to set up a business online, and they said it's basically not worth it. And it was just like out of advice that they gave me. I kind of realized I needed some extra training. If I had gone to a beauty school, I probably would have actually been really stuck for money, and it would be really hard to kind of make it flexible around my work, especially being a waitress. It wasn't like the most flexible job in the world. I had like day shifts, like 10-hour shifts. One thing that was setting me back was the fact that I would have to go into doing like a beauty qualification. My friends were all saying that it's not even worth it because you don't come out with a business and you don't start earning straight away. You have to like learn to be with the trends and learn to be a makeup artist, similar to like if you were like learning to drive, you would have to then learn to pass your test and then learn to drive. It's sort of like a similar situation. Kind of just practiced on myself for a while, and then I realized that I did need to kind of get that sort of training, because I felt a little bit lost when other makeup artists were talking about certain things, and I was like, what even is that? You'd be surprised at actually how different it is applying makeup to a client than it is to yourself. I literally ended up taking about 2.5 hours to do like one client, which is not good at all. So I did an online course, and it was a good online course, but it was when online courses just started. So it wasn't like an actual thing, and I felt like I was a little bit like a guinea pig, like they were trialing out the online course on me, which I didn't end up getting as much information as I thought I was, and like stuff like mature skin and stuff like editorial makeup wasn't included in the course. And I also ended up like knowing about how to do a website, but I didn't know how to set up like an Instagram or a Facebook or anything. It was so much less expensive to do it online than it was to actually, go to beauty school, because the courses that I was looking at in the UK, in Cardiff where I'm based, were like thousands of pounds, like £2,000 maybe, £3,000 for like a course. I got to a point where now I'm like fully like booked up all the time, and I'm getting bookings left, right and centre, which is great. Times change so quickly, and that's another thing as well. I wanted to keep updating myself on the latest trends and what's going on, new social media things and business techniques and stuff, and that course was just one set course that I did online that kind of took me through the basics of like my health and safety and like how to set up a website, but it wasn't like an updated course that updates all the time. I managed to make myself a black eye, and I know this looks absolute crazy. This brush, by the way, is something you totally need in your kit. Brush is the one. It is the Peaches and Cream PC22 brush. I will link it down below. Honestly, it is the shit. I actually did my concealer off camera, my cut crease, so I ended up just doing one in the middle, and I used the LA Girl Pro Concealer for this and just a flat brush to conceal it out. When I finished the course, I started actually getting some clients, about one client a month. It wasn't a lot, but it was something, like it was a start. I ended up going to loads of different people for like one-to-one masterclasses, and I ended up picking up loads of advice from different people, and that was great because at the time people weren't like sharing it in like one big course, and the course I took wasn't exactly the best course. So I ended up just going, after doing the course, going to one-to-one classes with like my friends who are makeup artists, and also just people that are really good on like social media and like the business side of stuff, and I actually ended up gathering so much knowledge, which led me to be on like a fully self-employed makeup artistry journey, which I am right now, I've done all the mistakes, I've done all like the grafting, I started from absolutely zero. I'm still technically not qualified, I'm still self-taught. The fact that like I am able to get really happy customers coming back to me, like regular clients, is really important to me. So I think I'm going to go in with Splendor from the Be Perfect Stacey Marie palette. This colour, I feel like this is going to look really nice on the lip. Yeah. Yes, that looks so good. I'm gonna do the other eye and I'll get back to you. This Melt Cosmetics gel liner in Immortal, it is the creamiest gel liner. It is absolutely stunning. Like, I'm so glad that I made the plunge when I did. Even though I had a more difficult ride than you guys will. So I'm just gonna pop my lashes on. These are actually my own lashes. They're Billy Lashes, my lashes in Stargazer Lily. They're eco lashes, so they're made out of cotton and you can use them and reuse them up to 15 times. And I always say you can probably go more than that. They are on. I'm gonna start doing my base now because I actually only have 20 minutes until my roast dinner. The Fit Me Matte Poreless, normal to oily skin Maybelline foundation. It's really good, especially if you're first starting out and you need a couple of different foundations that are actually cheap. I want to just summarize like some tips if you're a makeup artist or aspiring to be, or even if you're just good at makeup and you just want to take it a little bit more seriously again. I just wanted to make sure that you guys are motivated and feeling positive about it instead of actually feeling intimidated, because when you see makeup artists online at the moment, and it gets quite intimidating to see everyone sort of doing their thing and it gets really overwhelming. And one thing I would say is as soon as you feel like you want to kind of start doing it as a career, believe in yourself and make that step. Another tip as well is to make sure that you are investing in the right education, like I didn't at first, and make sure that you have a tutor that you believe in who is successful in the industry. Like, you want a mentor, you want someone who's going to look out for you and who's going to actually genuinely want the best for you. Another thing I would say as well is accept your skill set and like actually become a makeup artist in your head. It's so important for you to get that right mindset. You're selling your skills and it's important for you to actually kind of make that a reality, and by believing in yourself, that's what's going to get you a lot of bookings in the first place. I don't get a regular income just from my loyal clients every sort of month. You have to constantly try and get new clients because some people might not come to you all the time, and you want to make sure that you're getting that regular amount of new clients to loyal clients that you have that come every sort of month or whatever. Kind of on track with your marketing and making sure that you choose education that gives you that marketing skill as well as skill set as well, because even though I thought I was skilled in makeup, I actually really wasn't. I actually had no idea what I was doing. There are some things that you just can't learn via YouTube. Make sure that you're practicing on yourself as much as possible. Like, practice makes perfect. You won't actually like progress if you're not practicing all the time. It's the same as like painting or like sort of any sort of type of work. It's so important that you actually get your practice in, especially when you're first starting out. Like, there's this pressure when you're a makeup artist to kind of get all of the stuff that's really expensive, the most expensive and the most like sort of sought after products. It's about your skill set. It's not exactly what you use in your kit. So if you're looking at your kit and you're thinking, oh, like it doesn't look so full and it doesn't actually look as good as like a pro makeup artist, don't even worry about that. Like, that's one of the things that I worried about so much when I was first starting out. You just want to have like a set of brushes that are like perfect for you, and you know, they don't have to be the most expensive brushes. You build a kit over time. You don't actually just end up with loads of stuff all at once. You get like one of these things that you really like doing as a makeup artist, and I think brows is like my favorite. I actually bought this mascara the other day, the Colossal Big Shot Daring Black mascara from Maybelline, and I'm just going to try and test that out on the bottom lashes. I don't want anything too heavy on the bottom. I just want to have like a nice clumpy, like, oh my god, this mascara is actually really good and it's so cheap. Oh my god. I'm intrigued to see what this is like on top lashes. So something I've been loving in my kit as well is the Peaches makeup lip glosses. They're just flipping amazing. Honestly, I can't get enough of it. Yeah, I'm gonna use the colour Fudge. It's so glossy, it's unreal. It's a bit much for a Sunday, isn't it? That is my makeup done. I'm gonna take these little things out of my hair. Before we head off, I just want to mention that I actually have an online makeup course that I've created myself, and I've just launched it over the last like month or two, and it's going absolutely mad at the moment. Like, I'm getting so many enrollments, and I think it's because I have, obviously you guys know me and you know my story, and I've done all the struggles. I've been there, I totally get it. And I've been there with no money, like literally no money. And I've also developed myself from like zero to actually being a makeup artist and getting work and enough to be like self-employed. And now I've worked in the industry for about 7 years now, and I want to share my experience, and I want to help people that were like me when I first started and I was kind of doubting myself. And I thought that I wasn't able to kind of afford to go and train as a makeup artist. So what I wanted to do is kind of compact everything I've learned from all those different makeup artists all into one course. You need to have a course that's not just a course, but a mentorship with someone who you're going to trust. And if you find that in me, then I would absolutely love it if you checked out my course. I'll put it in the description box down below. You get a 14-day money back guarantee, so if you don't like it, I'll give you your money back. I want to make sure that you guys are getting the most expert and collective education as possible, not just the old school method that they're teaching at beauty schools, which is so old school and not kind of relevant to nowadays with the online business side of things. And I actually do a big, huge module which talks about business and branding, and it's so important that you get that down as well as being a makeup artist. I've made sure that there is a huge module on that in my course. I teach you how to build a website, a Facebook page, and Instagram, how to edit photos, how to take photos for social media, how to get more clients like regularly, like how I was talking about. There's so much information on there, so if you guys are interested in my course, then I'll pop it in the description box down below. I also give one-to-one advice whenever you need me. You can email me and like we'll talk about your business plans, whatever sort of makeup advice you need, whatever time, I am there for you. And I think that just having that one person one-to-one whenever you need is really important, and I will constantly update that course as well. If I see something and I'm like, you guys need to know about it, I will post that in the course and make sure that you know and you're keeping ahead of the trends. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already for more like makeup content and fashion content, and I will see you in the next one.